Hi, welcome to Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff, and today is going to be the review of set number 31117, the Space Shuttle Adventure. This was a 3-in-1, so we've already done 3 videos, one for each of the versions. Now's video 4, where we do the comparisons and review, and then what we're going to do is I've got some sets over here that are the larger versions of these, and we're going to compare them side by side. So this set here, it has a total of 486 pieces, one minifigure, and it retails for $39.99. It was released last year in 2021. This is a great set overall. I do like it. My favorite is the Space Shuttle, and typically, I hate to say it, but I do kind of default towards the first version of things because you use the most pieces. And this is highly detailed. I mean, it's got landing gear. It's got a cargo bay complete with a satellite in here and an astronaut with her little space suit little thing here. I do like this. This is pretty cool. Yeah, and you know, being that I was a kid when NASA had the space shuttles out, and I've seen plenty of launches of them, I'm a fan of this. I like it a lot. And I like how accurate they are with the 3 boosters in the back and the 2 smaller boosters. Sorry, using that as a pointer, but yeah. And I like how it has the black on the white because it had those tiles on the bottom. It's pretty cool stuff. And then we've got the Lunar Lander, part of the Apollo program. And I like this one as well. Yes, it's small. Yes, it barely fits a minifigure in it, but hey, what the heck? It's all right. In fact, oh yeah, that's right. That's how you open that up. Very simple design, but yeah, it gets the point across, and it does look very much like the original Lunar Lander, so I like it. I like how they use the pearl gold and the bright orange to make it look like the kind of gold tinfoil-like substance material that was on the original Lunar Lander, so I like it. And then we've got the Saturn V rocket. And this is my least favorite out of them all, and it's basically because it is not 3 or 4 dimensional. It's just basically only looks good from the front. That's it. But I do understand that when Lego does these sort of sets, they have to do that. I mean, they can't. They're not going to include a bunch of pieces you're not going to use. So they do what they can, and they did what they could. So that's it's all right by me, but it is my least favorite out of them all. Well, let's go ahead and let's bring on some of the other versions of space shuttles that Lego's come out with. As you can see, over the years, Lego's gone a little crazy on building space shuttles. And in fact, this is not all of the versions that they have come out with. These are just the versions that I own. So let's start with the oldest one, and that's this one here. It's called Mission Control, and it's set 6456. Came out in 1999, everyone. That is 23 years ago. And it came out with 456 pieces and 4 minifigures. Some of the pieces have discolored, as usual for these sort of things. This one, though, has light and sound. And if you click on it, yeah, they're kind of silly sounds, but I remember when I bought this, I didn't think it was silly. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So, and I still think it's pretty cool, although it's kind of goofy. And then another one they came out with was the Space Shuttle Adventure. And this one came out in 2010, and it's set 10213, 1,190 pieces, and 3 minifigures. Now, this one, I really like the little lights on the ground. I know they're silly, out of all things to like, but I do like them. Another thing that I like is the space shuttle itself and the booster rockets. Now, just like the real one, when you're done with the boosters, they can come off, and also the main fuel tank can come off. And the coolest thing ever is, if I can get it to work right. Oh, well, okay. So we got landing gear, and I don't remember, I used to know how to do this, but anyway, the landing gear does drop. It does have the cargo bay with a satellite and a robotic arm, a pretty long arm actually on this one, so I do like this one quite a bit. And a satellite, of course, that opens up here. So this is a pretty cool set. It's got a lot to it. Let's go ahead and hurry up and put this back together. And it does have, like I was trying to explain in the other model, it does have the 3 main boosters and 2 other alternate boosters. And what you may not know is that the Space Shuttle had small boosters on the nose to help it, once it was in space, to move around a little bit and maneuver. So it has that, just like the real one. I will put this back together some other time. Let's move on to the next one, which is the space port. And that's this, well, got that wrong. Anyway, right here, 3367 shuttle, and it's not a spaceport, and I'm sorry, I messed that up completely. 478 pieces and 4 minifigures. This is a really cool one. Simple, it uses the same airplane front just like other Lego airplanes do. So, and I do like, again, it has the black undercoating with the white on top. It makes it look like the real shuttle. Again, it's got the 3 main boosters, the 2 smaller boosters like that. It does have the cargo bay with a different type of arm that's kind of short and a very small satellite. But just like the current one, it does have the astronaut spacesuit in there. All right, let's move on to the next one. And that is this here, set number 60080, released in 2015, called the Spaceport. 564 pieces and 5 minifigures. I actually do not have all of the set right here because I'm packing for the move. Some of the smaller buildings got packed accidentally, but this one's much like the Adventure, where the boosters do come out. I don't want to take them out, and this also does come separate from the shuttle. It has landing gear, not retractable. It does have the 3 boosters and 2 smaller boosters, and it uses the airplane front. Has an arm, has a satellite. It's got a lot to it. There you go. See that? And last but not least, and I really mean it, is the Space Shuttle Discovery. I did a video on building this one when it first came out. This one has 2,354 pieces, no minifigures, and it's set number 10283. It was released last year in 2021. This one is highly detailed with the boosters in the front. Of course, it's larger, so it can have that. It's got the black undercoat, just like the original. It has the 3 boosters, the 2 smaller boosters. It's got a lot to it. And it has a copy of the Hubble telescope. Unfortunately, they got packed too, so I can't show you that, but I can show you the cargo bay along with the long arm here that would be used in space to kind of manipulate putting satellites out there and that kind of thing. So here's all the different versions of the space shuttles. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and go to the lunar lander. So next up for bid, or I mean review, is the lunar lander. So this is the one that's part of the current set 31117 that we built on camera. And this here is its larger counterpart. And this lunar lander is set number 10266. Came out in 2019. Has 1,087 pieces and 2 minifigures. I like this one. I think they went all out by making the craters on the moon, small ones, big ones, the flag, the 2 astronauts. And anyway, I like it. It does have a hatch here, and right here, these little doors to get inside. I do like the gold on there because it did have the kind of gold tinfoil on it. So I like the fact that they try to replicate that. And of course, this one's the most detailed because, well, it's the largest. So it can. And this one is not a set all by itself. This here is actually part of the Saturn V rocket, which I'm going to show you here in a minute, the large one. And this is their version of the lunar lander with the micro minifigures, if I can talk. And it's got an American flag right here. And given for how small it is, it does have a lot of detail, and I do like it quite a bit. So this is the different lunar landers. Now let's move on to the Saturn V rocket. And last, and usually you would say but not least, but this is the least because this was my least favorite. But here we have the Saturn V rocket, and we've already discussed this one, so let me move it out of the way. Here we have, I'm just going to lay this down. We have the Saturn V rocket. This is a second rendition because the first one went out of production and I didn't get it. I got it the second time around. This is set number 10266 or I'm sorry, 21309. And it came out in 2017, 1,969 pieces and 0 minifigures. Now, I am not going to take this apart, but it does separate just like the real one did, because once they used up the fuel, it would separate so that they'd be more efficient and have to use less fuel to get to space. And it does come with, like I said, the lunar lander, a little one, and it also comes with this piece here, which is the landing modular that they put in the ocean once they were done with being in space. Now, this one doesn't have any like interior features. The interior features are, well, the interior of this is basically structural to keep this thing together. And having such a large Lego set and being able to lay it on its side, it does require some structural technique kind of things in the inside to keep it all together. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review, and if you have, and you want to reward me for the time that I've spent on this, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment below, and turn on all notifications. Also, I will be moving here soon, but if you want to pick up some Lego parts from our Bricklink store before I do that, there's a link in the description. My store is called A Chip Off the Old Block. Alright guys, be safe out there, be good to each other, and I will catch you on my next video.